In basic life support, we have the DRS ABCD Action Plan. It stands for D for danger, R, response, S, send for help, A, airway, B, breathing, C for compressions or CPR, and D for defibrillation. In danger, we are checking to see if the area is safe and making sure that we are safe ourselves. We then try to get a response by asking for their name and if they can hear us. If we can't get a response, we need to send for help. Not getting a response means they are unconscious and this is a medical emergency. So either we or somebody else needs to call for an ambulance. Then we must check their airway. If it's not open and clear, we then need to encourage the airway to be cleared to have an open and clear airway. If we have rolled the casualty onto their side to check, then we must leave them in this position to check for breathing. If we find no obstruction in the airway from the beginning, then we leave them on their backs to check for breathing. We need a full 10 seconds where we look, listen and feel. If no breathing is present, this means the person is unconscious, and not breathing means we must commence compressions or CPR. With CPR, we must give 30 full compressions and 2 breaths, at a rate of approximately 100 to 120 compressions per minute. We need to give 1/3 the depth of the chest for each compression, and in an adult we use 2 hands, for a child 1 hand, and for an infant 2 fingers. When we do our breathing, we need to tilt the head back and give 2 full breaths, watching the rise and fall of the chest for full inflation. Once we've done that, we return again to 30 compressions and 2 breaths. If breathing is detected in a casualty, they can be placed into the recovery position. When in the recovery position, they have an open and clear airway, and we should monitor for breathing while in this position.
Hi, I'm a first aider. I'm trained in the use of an AED. You're doing an awesome job there. Just keep on working and I'll work around you.
If a defibrillator does become available, ideally it will be a second person who brings it to the scene. You will continue doing CPR until such time as a defibrillator is switched on and it tells you not to touch the patient.
Analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient. Shock advised. Charging. Stay clear of the patient.
Stay clear.
Deliver shock now. Shock delivered.
Once the shock has been delivered, you can then touch the patient. You will continue doing CPR until such time as the defibrillator tells you not to touch the patient, or until the patient has regained consciousness, or until the ambulance have arrived and the paramedics tell you they can take over.